Our Mid-North Coast athletes excelled this year with standout performances from the pitch to the pool and everywhere in between. Tonight, we take a look back at some of the biggest local sporting moments of this year.
It was no Steve Smith ton, but the annual Big Bash clash was enough to enchant cricket fans. Before the heavens opened, a washout leading to a win for the Heat. The outcome, though, didn't deter the men in magenta. The Sixers are coming back for more in 2025.
I think it's pretty obvious that it's here to stay. It's obviously opened it up to a much greater audience.
By doing that, they're filling a void left by the Cronulla Sharks,
Dives in.
who for the first time in 4 years sank instead of swam, going down to the Titans by 4. And they won't be back next year to redeem themselves.
We're one of the 4 clubs in line to perhaps travel to Vegas. We're also committed to Magic Round, which is another NRL weekend. We're considering the fact that at some point we've also got a stadium to come online.
The Sydney Swans solidified their stronghold on the Mid-North Coast, the men holding a pre-season camp, before the women one-upped them months later, playing their round 3 game at the stadium. Newcastle stars jetted to Foster to teach the next generation of footballers. Caitlin Leaney was again a mainstay in the Wallaroos camp, sharing the spoils of the Aussies' iconic WXV2 win, their sights now set on the World Cup.
So each tournament, each game and the build-up to that is focused around the World Cup.
Kempsey's Darby Lancaster also debuted for the Wallabies in 2024. Grafton's Grace Young competed in her first Olympics with the Hockeyroos, while Riley Batt helped the Steelers secure bronze in Paris. Scotty Schindler surfed his way to a Masters World title in El Salvador.
I cried, and my wife cried. We both cried on the beach. I had to actually stop the emotion before I stood up for that national anthem. It was a magical moment.
Rosie Smart travelled the globe, managing a number of top 3 finishes, and the region's Groms showed they're on a similar path to the world stage. Southwest Rock's Ironman Finn Askew notched up his biggest career win to date, sprinting first across the finish line to become a world champion.
Pretty much when I got around that last can, it was home and hose. So it was a pretty awesome feeling.
OzTag and Touch Football took over our region's major centres more than a dozen times. Thousands of players putting their best foot forward at state, national and international level events. Drivers roared along the Manning River when Taree hosted the Australian Powerboat Grand Prix Series, while those on 4 wheels took to the track for the Australian Kite Championships and the bush for the Bago 150 Rally.
It should be really competitive, there's some really fast cars in there, top level Australian Championship winning cars and back to the classic cars in the Hyundai Excels.
The Nambucca Roosters snapped a 28-year Group 2 premiership drought, soaring to a 31-12 win over Woolgoolga in the grand final.
It means a lot to me, my brother, to the boys, to the town, to everyone behind the scenes that made us playing footy easier. We couldn't have done it without them.
And redemption for the Port Sharks in the Group 3 decider, a try in the dying minutes, wiping away last year's disappointment. And the region is home to more state and national champions and plenty of medals across squash, bowls, volleyball, BMX, outrigging and cheerleading.
I'm so stoked and proud. Every moment about that whole competition was just full on and surreal. I can't stop smiling.
Britt Ramsey, NBN News.